Hey guys, I'm back in Japan. I got back yesterday. So I'm still pretty busy like unpacking and dealing with all this luggage that I brought back with me, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to show you guys all the stuff that I brought back with me. Maybe give you some ideas if you are planning a trip to Japan and you don't know what you should pack. Of course it's going to be different for everyone, and there'll be some girly stuff in here that won't apply to you guys, but hopefully it will give you some ideas of just some things that are kind of hard to get here. Most of the things you can get online, but they're going to be kind of pricey, so I prefer to just bring them with me from Canada. Alright, so the number one item on my list this time, while I was back in Canada, was pants. Lots of you have asked me if it's hard to find bigger sizes in Japan, and the answer is yes. It is very hard to find not just bigger sizes, but medium sizes or anything above super small sizes. These are a size 27 jean, so in Japan it is very hard to find this size. Most stores will stop around a 26 or so, and even if they have like a 27 or a 28, the hips just won't fit right. So I really recommend bringing lots of pants with you. Same goes for underwear. Shirts and stuff I don't really seem to have a problem with unless you have really long arms. You're probably gonna find that lots of the shirts have very short arms. I've heard lots of people complaining about that. For me it seems to be okay because I'm not super tall. But yes, pants wise, definitely bring some pants with you. Also shoes. I am a size 7.5 or 8 shoe in Canada. In Japan sizes that would be a 24.5. And that is like the largest size you can find for girls. So if you're anything above that, I would recommend bringing lots of shoes with you. Sandals for the summer because it's super hot, maybe some boots because it gets pretty cold in the winter. But yeah, you'll definitely want some shoes. Alright, and the next thing I brought back with me was super unhealthy breakfast cereals. Lucky Charms, also got some Reese's Puffs, and Nesquik. Basically, the only cereals you can find in Japan are Corn Flakes, Bran Flakes, Rice Krispie type kind of things, and I think that's about it. Maybe Corn Puffs. So if you have like a favorite breakfast cereal that you really like, I recommend bringing it with you. I normally don't even eat these in Canada, but just the fact that I can't get them here makes me want them, so I always bring some back with me. I also brought lots of bulk dried fruit. They don't really have like bulk stuff here, so everything comes packaged and it's pretty expensive, so it's a lot cheaper to bring back like bulk stuff. These are some dried blueberries, dried apples, and dried cranberries. The same goes for like nuts and seeds, that kind of stuff. I brought some pistachios and some chia seeds. I also got some hemp seeds, some peanuts, some almonds, trail mix, lots of stuff like that. You can find it in Japan, but pretty expensive and the variety isn't as big, so I always bring stuff like that back with me. Craft dinner! Another thing that I never ever eat in Canada, but just the fact that I can't get it here makes me crave it sometimes, so I brought back 3 things of craft dinner. I've been told that it's not called craft dinner in America. What do you guys call this? Is it just like macaroni and cheese? I don't know. Anyways, this is like the instant ramen of the West for Japanese people that don't know what this is. It's cheap, easy to make, really unhealthy, not really that delicious, but you just kind of want to eat it sometimes. And I brought this big thing of pancake syrup. This isn't even maple syrup, it's just like the cheap, crappy Aunt Jemima stuff. I actually don't like maple syrup. I'm such a bad Canadian. I prefer this like artificially flavored crap. In Japan, pancake syrup is this size, and like seriously, this runs out after like maybe 3 meals, so I really like having this large jug around because I make pancakes and French toast quite often, so that is handy to have. I always bring some deodorant back with me. In Japan they use the spray type. They don't have the solid type. Apparently you can get it in some drugstores, but I've never seen it, so it's very hard to find. So if you are used to using the solid deodorant, you should probably bring some with you. I know in Europe, I think it was Europe that you guys use the spray deodorant, but in Canada and America, this is the standard type, so if you're used to using this you might not really like the spray stuff, so maybe bring some of that with you. For girls, I would recommend bringing some eyeshadow with you. That might sound weird because of course you can get eyeshadow in Japan, but I recommend bringing matte eyeshadows, and that is because in Japan Probably about 95% of the eyeshadows are super, super sparkly, shiny, glittery, and it's just not really a look that I like. I like something a little more natural, so I always bring matte eyeshadows back with me. The reason that you will find the super shiny ones here and not much of the matte is probably because the sparkly ones are more flattering on Japanese face types, and like 99% of the population here is ethnically Japanese, so all the makeup is suited towards that style of face, so I recommend bringing just cosmetics that you really like. It might be kind of hard to find them here. Alright, so I think that is about everything that I brought back with me this time. Hopefully that gives you guys some ideas of things that are kind of difficult to get here, things you should pack. If you have anything else that you would recommend for people to bring, leave a comment. That would be helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!